I can do the honors today. We ready? All right. All right. We'll continue from bottom to up. Tushar.
Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Uh, so I faced a little get issues, so I couldn't send the latest condition of the website up till recently. I posted that and for review. Also, I'm working on to update how the new traits look now, updating existing traits with the new meaningful traits in holodeck, the view. Uh, uh, yeah, that is currently what I'm doing.
For any ETA, Tushar, on that?
Yeah, I'll raise a PR for the trades after the uh, stand-up ends.
Oh, great. So now we are able to see in like separate
Yeah,
sections.
yeah. Hmm.
So just to give you an context, Avi, so at the moment we have some traits, right? And those are really weird ones. Like one of the traits we have is hearing disability. It's good to have. I'm not sure how relevant that is, and everything is lumped together. So now what we are going to do is the following. So let's say take the US data, then people will do the population selection using age, income, gender, education. And then all the other variables that we have in the data set, now we'll add them into the traits page saying these are the additional demographic variables which we have. And then they can choose if they want to, let's say, include number of vehicles in the household, whether marital status and whatnot. So rather than we doing it internally by default every time, we let them do. So that will be like a additional demographic traits, and then there will be seven, eight of them in like a section wise. Then below that, we'll have some traits that is related to psychological things like risk aversion and all that with some meaningful labels. And then there is another section which is something related to, I think, product preference, given we are kind of SP, and that will have 8 to 9 traits. So by default, whatever we will show, we'll have three sections: demographic, psychological, and something to do with products. I forgot the name. And then whatever additional they want to add. So we do have psychological, 8 to 10 of them. I can quickly probably. I mean, if we put too much, then maybe it will be overload. Okay, so we have lifestyle traits and then psychological traits, and then the demographics one separate. So we'll do after this. First, I want to clean this section so that we have much more meaningful traits, and then people have more control, because then that can also help us with the down the stream analysis. Because now we are putting everything we have, so maybe it's a overload in terms of amount of the traits we are pushing to the LLM. Let people choose, and then we can also choose like as a test and see how it goes. But even from a presentation point of view, it will be more, it will be way better than what we have. So that we already have it. We have that option. So whatever people will type will show up as another section saying user enter trait, and everything user types, those will go into that section. So everything will still be separate and people can easily see. That, uh, that will go probably maybe before this. Let side do his work, and then we'll see how to get merge that part. No, I've been seeing this. This is we have most of them don't make sense. People will probably hardly use. So now at least we provide high quality traits by default, and then that will also motivate people to select, go through, and probably add few more. That anyway works right now. Additional traits. So if you just type like something, so then it we are anyway past the existing whatever is selected so far in terms of traits and the why question. So then it will override something with whatever the LLM thinks will be meaningful. So we could actually have our own where we generate, I guess, every time given 3, 4 different sections and do it in a real time. So maybe baby step, we do this, then we do the next step. Mm. So, so because of this, we haven't released the dev to a prod. So let Tushar do this so that we basically release everything in one go. All right. Thanks, Tushar. Hardy.
So this week I worked with Florian for human baseline. It's fixed now. The experiments are returning the data. The invalid ones are filtered, and also with helping with release with Mahdi and Subut. That's it from my side.
Yeah, so Hardy cleaned up the baseline, so only those who are valid shows up. And along with Spearman R, we also show the Manhattan similarity, and we call that as human AI agreement score. So between 0 and 1, so closer to 1 on a probability scale, human and AI responses matches. And now you can see the scores in the dev. Yeah. So everything stays the same. The only addition is that along with Spearman R, we show this new measure of effectiveness. It is between 0 to 1 by like the way calculation happens. That I did not calculate. I think probably Florian can give that number quickly. He can do the average. I think we are 45, 46% last time you were showing me the sheet. We have only done once for Heinmuller based on different tasks, and I think we had gotten like 86 or 84, but that was just based on one study. Mm. Yeah, so yeah, 46 is our current average, 0.4526, so 45. Yeah. Mm. Mm. I think it's probably the one which had like a negative spearman R. So I'll do a check as well, and then probably I haven't been able to look into human base in last 3 4 days. Uh, Hopefully by tomorrow I'll have some time, then I can look. I think it's only 5 or 6 of them which are screwing the average. It is in there. So human baseline, if you click, I mean it's open here. I mean I see it. So yeah, I think there was a lot of issues Hardy had to go through, but finally he fixed it. That that's the human AI agreement score. If we put Manhattan, only few people will understand. So with human AI agreement score, n- no. So this is way more granular than that. So it's like let's say same survey, right? Uh, we asked humans, we estimate the model, we get betas, and then for every task we predict the probability. We do the same survey, replace humans with AI, estimate the model, get the beta, predict the probability of every choice set, and then compare those probabilities. Alrighty, then we'll move on. Tatwik.
Everyone, happy Friday. So basically, I'm doing the same thing as I mentioned during Monday, the updating the prompts for the graph interpretation and the page summaries. The progress so far is the following. I had some work done on Monday, but as I mentioned during the last stand-up, I didn't like some of the results, so I revisited that, updated whatever I've already done, and added some update on the prompts which are old. By old, I mean the ones that haven't been updated like in a year. So yeah, I'll continue doing that today. I plan to. There were some changes intended for the market simulation. Uh, so not the market simulator, just the page where they select product, I calculate market share. So yeah, I plan to implement some changes there maybe towards the end of this week. Other than that, the prompt stuff is the main focus for this week. And the update is that on the first page, yeah, everything, every prompt, every graph interpretation on the first page is updated. So I'll move to the next page today. That's in depth, but you have to run a new experiment to see those.
And did you guys also figure out the graph, new graph, Tatvik? Not yet.
So Linnea is mainly working on that. There are some changes which are already on dev, but that's not fine, like not
So
completed.
fine.
Mhm.
All right. Thanks, Tatvik. And who's next? Sarah.
Hello. My updates, we have just done the investor update, but it's ready to go. We have grants to apply to, emails to respond to. What we got done, I think we got done a lot. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, just supporting Avi. There's a lot going on. Yeah, that's my update.
Sarah. Who's next? Pablo.
Good morning, everyone. Today is a meeting for LinkedIn. Fundraising war room, fundraising being, in my opinion, the absolute highest priority for the company today. I'm excited to see the signals and the efforts being put by Avi leading that charge. Yesterday, we had a meeting with Dairy Alliance, followed up with them very late, making sure I'll be there providing them with cloud support with any questions that they may have, and learning to make sure that we put our best foot forward with DMI, which is the much more prestigious lead and opportunity. The holdup there is they're just waiting to get legal approval with the NDA, but that'll be pushed through. So everything is according to schedule. Following up with Priceline and following up with a lot of the other outstanding deals that we have. And then this entire afternoon is just interviews. But I think we're in the end, we have 2, maybe 3 offers that we're going to be pushing. I think this week. And so we're in the tail end of this very exhaustive, but hopeful journey. I'll go from there. I do have some questions that I need to have clarified, but I can bring them up at the end of stand-up. Nick is a person that's had 15 years of enterprise institutional selling experience. He's also had leadership in the world of business development and leadership and sales experience specifically in market research. So that really levels up our relationships that we have in our target space. We also have, another candidate that was spent a lot of time in MarTech, which is marketing technology. Marketing being, again, a very, very big sweet spot for market research and, frankly, our target customers. And so there's a lot of channel partnerships, direct end user client opportunities, and brands that we can target there. And we have a few others in the pipeline that are fantastic, including some that are ex Goldman Sachs, ex consulting, sales or consultants like myself, and that really levels up the breadth and competency of technical subjects, which is the nature of our platform. Tends to be a little bit more technical than just a little wrapper that generates slop. So very, very positive signs there. Yeah. Yeah, he's actually asking me when he wants to start, which is a great signal. So I got to follow up with him. So hopefully this week, the sooner the better.
All right, Mia.
Hi, everybody. Um, the past 2 days, I kind of wanted to chip away at multiple tasks because there's a lot of different tasks that I have, and I want to not try to do them. So me and Lucy yesterday got together. We made our social media plan, what content we want to post, and the days we want to do it. We got it reviewed. We reviewed over it with Sarah and Avi, and we're putting it into Plannable today with the post that we want to do so that we can start putting it into action and get back onto whether like a flow of posting through Twitter and LinkedIn. And then I also reached out to like a handful of journalists. I planned out, I got like a, I guess it's like a marketing map, and I actually figured out that a lot of the places that post that put companies on those marketing maps are on some of that PR outreach. So I'm gonna see if I reach out. I'm gonna reach out to basically those places that I found that make those marketing maps and see what I can do. Hopefully make some magic happen. Um, worked on I worked on something else too. Oh, I worked on some like marketing automation in Apollo. I kind of just followed along with what we had done, what I had kind of saw Pablo do like about a week ago, and what the sequence basically does in Apollo now is if you add a contact to scheduling a demo sequence, it'll generate an email like automatically, like a cold outreach email. Um, Obviously, there needs to be some more nitty gritty details that I was with Avi and Sarah this morning that we were kind of discussing about. So, but that's what I was tackling yesterday. So I kind of was going to multiple different sectors, but I want to put more like things in action for engagement, which is why I've been tackling multiple things. Okay, so that's me. And next steps are just keep doing outreach for PR and also these post and planables so we can start posting.
Thanks, Mia. Uh, Marty.
Hello, happy Wednesday. So here are the following tasks that I worked. So added an endpoint to enhance the attributes and labels for Rupesh, and also updated the demographic survey to use batching instead of querying one by one. This decreases the execution time of experiment with. I did it with Subud, and there was an I'm feeling lucky button. Fixed that issue with Subud, and help the team as always. And yeah, these are the things. Finally, we are close to release. We are ready to release from the analytics backend and the front end. Just the traits is remaining. So yeah. Mm. Got it. Yeah, but please go ahead.
Yeah, so we pass the prompt and we ask LLM to basically do the check and tell us if a real world product will exist for it. And if the answer is yes, then we go and fetch using the perplexity one. And we ask it like 5 times and take a majority vote. It can happen that for some shitty luck, even though the prompt do make sense, the majority doesn't agree from the LLM. Yeah. It, I mean, there are still few bugs in the UI. Rupesh is supposed to work. He's not even here today. God knows when it will be done. So brainstorm, right? Like if you click the very first time when the input area is empty, the backend will give you a suggestion. But since you passed a empty or a reserved keyword, of course the causal yes or no will be no. And these guys are still taking that no and saying prompting the error message saying the question is not causal, whereas there is nothing in the input, so it's just a if else logic they need to implement. So we created 5 6 tickets today. They need to fix all these small things, which is basically creates a big mess. Also, the question is not changed and yet they are doing the causal check over and over. I have told them at least 10 times, if the question is not changed, don't do it. And then because the causal checking is again LLM, it can happen the same question 5 out of 4 will pass and one time it will get stuck. I mean, these are just some small UI issue. Like once they fix it, it will be really smooth. Like a lot of things have been taken care now. Just some UI issues. All righty. Next, Lucy.
Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. So I worked on creating LinkedIn and Twitter content calendar, and we are putting up materials and will be scheduled in Plannable today, hopefully. And also like we'll be meeting with Subod after the stand-up to talk about like the public demo event. And yeah, that's basically it. And for today, yeah.
Thanks, Lucy. Linnea.
Yeah, hi everyone. Like Tatovic mentioned, I'm working basically entirely on the AMCE graph right now. Right, I've been working on it like kind of on my local machine just to try to get the aesthetics looking better, and I think I'm getting to a point where I'm gonna trial it in a local version of the dashboard, because that'll come with its own host of issues, I'm sure. So making progress on that bit by bit.
Any ETA on that, Linnea? This week, Friday?
A date?
Yeah, I mean, a first version
Sure.
in dev.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear properly. Sure, I can try it for Friday.
Yeah. Because once you do it, the front end people have to then do the same on the UI. So
Yeah. And I can send you, or we can sit together, I know, all the Altair code. Like I know it has to go from R to Python. You're in Python, right?
I'm in Python, but that piece of thing,
So
the
that
graph
should
change will be happening through Vega grammar, or is it now purely through some other code?
no, it's still in Vega. So it's through the R instance of Altair, which then talks to the, uses articulate to talk to Python version of Altair, which makes the Vega graph. But are you coding, like when you're coding the graphs, are you doing it directly in Vega or are you using Altair in Python?
Hardy does it, so he directly uses Vega inside React in the front end to do it.
Gotcha. Okay. Maybe, yeah, we can talk later, but maybe there's a way to like directly export the Vega stuff that's generated by R, so he can put that directly in instead of
Oh yeah,
rewriting it
yeah.
all.
That's pretty much what he does. So last time we literally copied what Tatavik had, the Vega grammar part, and accordingly he just made few changes to make it fit.
Okay, perfect. Then that shouldn't be too hard.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Florian.
Hi guys, happy Wednesday. So yeah, like Hadi said, I worked with him this week to fix the transcription AMCs in the back end so it works in the front end. And other than that, me and Chin are both working on deploying more LLMs to our servers so we can just have more things for the human baseline leaderboard. So like DeepSeek, O1, and so on. Yeah, that's what I'll be working on this week.
One question, Chin and Florian. Do you guys are also familiar with the React stuff or no?
I am.
No,
Oh,
for me,
you
no.
are, Chin?
Yeah.
I mean, if you are, then we could probably use your help at the moment, getting this UI stuff quickly done. Uh,
Yeah,
Rupesh,
that's what.
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Sorry, no, that's what I was like. Someone was talking about the UI bugs in the last call, so I went ahead and got access from Madi to
Mm-hmm.
Holodeck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so definitely I can take a look. Is it like issues that are being tracked or just like bugs or
No,
what is
it
it?
is. So there are proper
Features?
tickets.
Yeah.
We can go
Okay.
after the stand up and let's see if you can help us there.
Sure.
All right, T. I think it's your turn, Chin.
It's my turn. Yeah. So, um, yeah. Happy. What are we at? Wednesday. Oops. Yeah. Happy Wednesday, guys. So yeah, like Florian said, like he brought me up to speed on um, his leaderboard that he was working on. So he's actually ran it on all studies for I mean all valid studies for all models that we have. So that's kind of what we're trying to do by adding. We want to like expand it by adding new models. Florian also like found a few on Hugging Face that I guess claim to be more human. And again, this was his idea, so I don't want to take any credit. But I think we'll be trying to like maybe add those on Vertex. And we connected with Madi, and he gave us kind of like a walkthrough on how to do that. I also connected with Subodh on like the um. This is again confirming that the attributes, the personal traits, affect the LLMs, and he gave me like a few preliminary tasks, uh, like just understanding a bit of code and then trying to write some code for the persona and trait interactions. I haven't taken a crack, Subodh, at the latter of that, but I've I have like ran that code using debug mode. I've been through it once, but um, yeah, I'll try that soon. I think yeah, maybe I'll look at the UI stuff first and then
Yeah.
uh, yeah,
For now, yeah, let's make the UI thing priority, because
sure,
in parallel, I can get that part added into the human baseline, like basically the interaction and everything.
yeah.
It's quick for me.
Um, yeah, but if you could you like maybe once you do that, link me the commit so I can just like
Okay,
I think that would be like really really helpful. So I'll
sure,
be like,
sure.
oh, how it's supposed to be done. Then like maybe yeah. All right,
Um,
that's it from me.
just a one question to
Yes.
Florian. So Florian, I think in the human baseline, right, Dev, we have 50 studies in total, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but I think of all the transcription folder, 83 of them are valid, right?
Are there?
Uh, I have a list. I think it is based on what you had it, because remember in the very first time you ran and you gave me the invalid valid, and
Yeah.
after that I corrected few. So let me give you this updated CSV, which will basically has 83. So maybe you miss few of those. Probably
Well,
could
the
add
thing is,
them.
some of the human baseline runs, they didn't give complete outputs. So I tried to remove all the ones that had incomplete outputs because then it would just mess up our averages and everything. So I guess it was about like 20 or 30 that had bad outputs.
Can you share those folder names with me then? I can have a look. Why is it happening?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Florian. All righty. Avi. Righty. Uh, Ambuj.
Hi guys, happy Wednesday. So for my task, I've currently set up an API that helps you to get a folder, the artifact file from a folder, and process it into a very accurate JSON file that has an independent variable, dependent variables, the AMCs, and the importance level. From that, I'm generating sentences. For example, every sentence would have the dependent, independent variable, the AMCs. So it'll be more like a readable text format right now. So from there, maybe we could now work towards. I'm currently fine tuning these sentences more. From there, maybe even a RAG could just say pick it up. So that's the task that I'm working on right now. So yeah, that's all from me. Well, I've not tested this on a RAG right now. I'm just trying to see if I can make the sentences better. But yeah, I'll have one or two meetings with you all, and maybe then I'll start testing it with the RAG. But yeah, that's all. Sure. Yeah. I think one thing that I notice is that when I prompt an element to, build a sentence in the form of a subject, predicate, object, it sometimes picks out, let's say, the subject just as a consumer, or maybe the AMCs as a object. So I think maybe either we let the LLM decide. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, yeah, sure. I guess we do need a rigid structure, right? Where we need, let's say, the subject to be the independent variable and the predicate to be, let's say, dependent. And okay, sure, yeah. I think that's all for me, guys.
Okay, thanks, Ambaj. Last is me. Mm, this week, basically been merging PS, trying to get the backend ready. Like Mari said, from the backend perspective, we are ready. So as soon as we have the stuff sorted out in the UI front end, we can release. It is. It it is in column. Sorry. It is. Yeah. And Mari is also playing a bit with GPT researcher. So like in some cases when you say, okay, here's the why question and here are the attributes and labels, and now build a report using these. In some cases it works. In some cases it just says can't do it. So he's basically trying to get the try except kind of logic going. So if it can't, then just do the usual. So best case, if he's able to generate the report using the same attributes, then we have a perfect qualitative, quantitative comparison. Mhm. Yeah. For the collaboratory thing, Tushar, it's a question to you. Rather than writing those AMC values like a text, can't we just paste the image by default? Or maybe then prepare like a table and put them, because the way it comes out at the moment, it's uh, not really appealing. If I'm the user, I will not read it. Is there a
Yeah,
way to directly get the image rather than these numbers line by line?
yeah, we can do that. I'll get that image and put that in
Yeah.
a tabular format. Yeah.
Mm. So that will be nice.
Okay.
I mean, I think now we are very, very close to having quite a few stuff coming together. If like we work hard for next 4 5 days, a lot of things will come together nicely. So let's just push like last 3 4 days, and then we can chill, at least for a week or so. All right, all right. Okay, and I think everyone's done. Anyone got a demo?
I don't have a demo, but can I just ask a quick question?
Mhm.
Uh,
Sure.
whenever you're sending any like cold outreach emails, if you put links like to our website or to our like use cases, for example, if that goes to the person's inbox, will it get put into spam because there's links? Because I know with file, like if you add like a file, I know that that can happen. But I don't know if that happens necessarily with links, but I just want to make sure so I'm not if I'm doing any cold outreach to like journalists, it's getting like put into like their spams and like not being seen. No, but I just want to make sure that I'm not sending out like an abundant amount of emails and they all end up going to spam because I attached links into my email.
Links in email or attachments is not what's going to get you in trouble. What's going to affect you is if you send a lot of emails and people mark you as spam, right?
Okay.
Like or unsubscribe or report you. That's what's going to affect your deliverability score, and that's what's going to inhibit your ability to land in a person's inbox, not your like links or things of that nature.
Okay, I
It
just
could,
want to make sure.
but like in the
Yeah.
order of priority, just focus on sending good emails to the right people and not getting spam. That's why you index on value. If you want to check your deliverability score, there's a tool on Apollo where if you go to emails to your specific mailbox, you go to emails, you click on deliverability score in the top right, you'll be able to see what your ranking is, what your percentage is.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Okay. And you want that to be always above 90%. That's
Okay.
where you want to be.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Good question, Mia. Seriously. We always want to be at the top of the inbox. So
Great, thank you.
Okay, we
Is
have
that
thumbs
gonna
up.
be in our growth folder, Bobby?